Happy day, I'm Evie Young, and this is something to talk about. I'm here with my guests Patty Aurora and Amanda Young, aka my mom.
Hi. Well, hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for hosting the show. Is there anything you want to say?
Keep playing Fortnite.
Oh, okay. That's like the best Christmas present to a lot of kids your age. Evie Young, everyone, and Amanda Young. Nice to have you guys
Nice to
here.
see you,
Thanks.
Patty.
This is like the second time they've been on the show. The first time we had a long conversation about type 1 diabetes. Evie was the subject of a now public law named after her, which allows for her medicine to be self-administered or administered by a...
And not just for type 1 diabetics or diabetics,
any
but
medicine.
yeah, well, for any emergency medication now, it can be talked about between a parent and the school staff to set up a provision that gives them an extra bit of security for an emergency situation. So like an EpiPen even, and also the protection for self-administration for an EpiPen, or not for an EpiPen, but for inhalers and other things like that. So children who would need that extra bit of care in an emergency situation, parents and the students and the staff can feel a little more safe about that.
That's pretty cool that they named it after you, don't you think? I mean, you're in the law books, and you're not a criminal. I mean, it's for a good, it's for a good thing. Now, tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 11.
Where school do you go to?
Harry S. Truman.
Harry S. Truman, and she's taken some time out of school today, right, to come and be a guest on our show. She's so knowledgeable.
She's going.
Oh, you're going back.
Yeah, she's going.
Sorry.
She actually sent a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
All right, fantastic. I like that about you, Evie.
Because there's presents involved.
Because there's presents involved. Oh, here I thought it was because you wanted to do math.
Oh,
Yeah,
Her
well.
favorite subject.
Yeah, I figured. Well, speaking
She
of,
does it every day.
No,
yeah.
you can explain that because the last time that Evie was on, we talked about the need to know math as a life-saving tool.
I mean, we have to know that anyway on a daily. We do some sort of math,
you
but
want a job.
for her specifically, if she wants to eat and administer the correct dosage, she has to do math by looking at her plate and figure out the portions of how much carbohydrates are going to be what she's going to eat, and then do the calculations for her insulin.
Yeah, and the calculations, are you pretty good at making these calculations? Can you just sort of eyeball it and you know exactly what the intake is? Okay, so.
Yeah, and if we don't, there's apps for that.
Okay. Well, that's also
They're
good.
really, yeah.
Okay, well look, plate one. Now, thank you for that. Now, your food is here because I think that you ordered, oh no, you got yours, it's coming.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
coming.
Her
This girl
favorite.
likes beef shank kuddu. You like beef shank kuddu? That's pretty cool.
I
You
like food.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, we got some. Which one is that? Beef. This is our Christmas episode, and the reason I wanted Evie to come and of course Amanda, because I wanted to talk about how her story is. And there's rice. Tony's.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, that looks so good, right? Her story is so well known in the community, and she really has become a person who is associated.
She's very much become an advocate for it, and I mean, the advocacy has had its pitfalls, but I think the message is really important, and we've already taken the steps to do that, and it's already helped a lot in the community. I do get a lot of messages, a lot of the times from first-time diagnosis, of course, first-time diagnosis, but the first time hearing of it, and they're in the same situation where we were in, where it's very they were lost in the information, and there isn't that much support or resources. So the advocacy we've already put out there has made it to where at least someone here, when they first get diagnosed, has somebody else to know that they're not alone. Yeah.
And so you actually entertain people who reach out to you to help understand.
Yeah.
Is it mostly children, or is it for children? It's parents calling about their children.
Yeah. And they have found out usually the same way we have. Their child has gone into diabetic ketoacidosis. So either they've gone into a coma, or to the point where they're almost about to, or they've had problems for months and they still haven't figured it out, and they end up going off island, and then they figure out there. When it's actually a very simple process to diagnose. It's as simple as one drop of blood. Like a tester, just if they had a regular glucose tester on at the clinic, they can be able to test from just straight that. But I've heard many common stories of taking months to figure out what it's actually happening, and then or having to leave off island.
Yeah. And let me talk to you about that. The expense.
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
It's expensive. I mean, diabetes in itself is expensive, but type 1 diabetes is like, it's break the bank kind of expensive, where to keep someone alive, they have to have insulin. So, you know, insulin in itself could be like $100 just for one cartridge. And if someone needs, you know, 4 of them, plus then the emergency, like a glucagon, which is about 500 or so, and then there's all the associated little, you know, supplies that you would need: the test strips, the alcohol wipes, the lancets,
which are like $20 for a little box.
Yeah, you know, things like that, and that, you know, that adds up over time, and then just the overall expense. If you do want something that's a little more helpful, they have continuous glucose monitors, which then can, you know, be a lot more expensive, but in the long run can actually be less expensive, because it can track your glucose levels so well that you might not need as much of insulin, and so that can, you know, or you can protect yourself with other complications because you're being able to maintain the care more precisely. Yeah.
And so, are you always taking sort of an inventory or a stock? You have a running inventory to be.
We just got splashed by.
Are you all right? Did you
Big
get
shank.
burned? You need another spoon? You want another spoon to help you? Okay. And I have to ask you, because the last time that she was here, Evie, you were calculating what you were going to eat.
I just did that.
And you did that, and so are you confident in her ability to take care of herself?
Yes, there are times I do, you know, like I have to, of course, check on her just for a lot of things, but for as far as her self-care and the independence she has with her care, I have a lot more confidence in it now. She started really young, so she's got a lot of practice. Yeah. But the only times I really have to worry is when she gets caught up in being a kid, you know, playing, doing other things, or you know, there's a snack that everyone's sharing, so she just starts eating, and then you know, so it's like just doing the check-in.
And so do you, like, it's instilling that you have to think always before putting something in your mouth, which is really different than other kids who don't pay much attention to that.
So it's not just like what you're eating, but it's like, oh wait, you also got to check your glucose beforehand, and then you know, and there's just scenarios like that I, you know, do a little extra check-in. And then also nighttime. Nighttime is still a hard one because I still have to check her in the middle of the night. Yeah, because with type 1 diabetes, if she goes low in the middle of the night, there is a chance she won't wake up.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, she says that so nonchalantly.
I know she does. What about
I think you just have to have a sense of humor of it at some point.
Well,
she definitely
does. Now, you have brothers and sisters?
Sisters.
2 sisters, 3 sisters? You have 3?
2.
Okay, so there's 3 girls all together.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys do for fun? Do you guys play together?
Or know each other.
I know each other.
That's for fun?
Okay, that's great.
I don't know if that's for fun.
How old are they?
One is 8 and one is 6.
Okay, so you're the oldest. Okay. Do you guys do things together?
Sometimes.
What's your favorite thing to do together?
Play video games.
Oh, play video games. All right. Well, that's fun. And do they also play Fortnite? Do you do the thing where you're playing?
Not really.
They don't? They do?
Lila.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what.
Well, then you guys play outside with, your other sisters love to play outside. You are more of the nerd girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like to hang out inside. Well,
so she hangs out with me, and then, but she also, like, gets into certain sports but she's very particular about what it is.
What sports that she likes to do.
Yeah, she loves kickball.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what. I know that the holidays brings a lot of gifts and lovely things for you and your sisters, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will want to spend some time together. So the fine people at GFS want you to go to Chuck E. Cheese's with your sisters and eat pizza and play games and hang out for sometime during the Christmas season. Is that cool with you?
This is my mom.
But you have to do that with your sisters.
Yeah, and your mom has to take you in. There's enough for 4 people. There's pizza and drinks and everything. And then for you, Amanda, our friends over at Maila Supermarket want to give just a little, to take the edge off some of your groceries. So
Well,
yeah.
I think that's very helpful. Thank you very much, Bayless. Thank you.
They want to make sure that you celebrate the holidays, and we want to thank you for being such an advocate and educating so many of us about your life and how you handle all of this incredible stuff. I know. I mean, she's 11. Let her eat.
This is her favorite.
This is her favorite. I'm
Yeah.
glad she's the Kings. This is her favorite. Thank you. We must have it on the menu. Maybe we'll just name it the Evie Kadu. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Amanda.
Thank
you
you
for
very
coming all
much,
this way.
Patty.
Have fun going back to school today, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. We have a special treat for you. I'm actually sitting next to a couple of singers, and they're part of a larger group, which is behind, the other side of the camera. But we have some former Power 90, current and former Power 98ers. You might Ron. Tidinko, and then we've got the beautiful Jules Rivera, who is here as well. You've probably heard them on the radio, but they're here because you guys are. Well, what are you doing?
Well, we're gonna eat some pancakes.
Okay,
and then we're gonna sing.
Oh, that'll be a lovely combination.
Yeah.
These are what are they? They're Fruity Pebbles pancakes, and they're part of the King's Restaurant
Specials.
for the holidays.
holiday, yeah.
Okay, so you'll do the honors while you're gonna put butter on this. Yeah, okay. Surely that's not enough already, but if you want to go conservative on the whole pancake thing, in the between time, Jules
I
and
like
you like to
I
take.
like to put it in between each one.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I
right.
agree. I was just thinking the dollop should have been a bit bigger, but it's okay.
I know.
It's all
That's
right.
all right. No, it's okay.
Just work at it.
Do
Just
what
work
you
at
gotta
it.
do. So, Jules, are you guys going Christmas caroling? Necessarily, or you do Christmas carols?
Well, we actually came from a UOG group
Uh-huh.
called the Laddie Tones,
Yeah.
formerly known as University Singers, and usually
Well, they're
by.
Island Music Award winners.
Yes,
yes,
we
we
are.
all know who they are. Yeah, okay.
But we sort of
Are you
branched off
are you
into
gonna eat
that.
already?
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, wait, no, it's missing.
Oh, it's missing. Oh, some syrup. Is it?
Yeah, or whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
It's
Oh
missing
yeah.
whipped cream. Do you have whipped cream? Anybody? Anybody? Ha I love that. A singer who's got a whipped cream can ready and waiting. Okay.
It's an essential.
But these guys are clearly young enough to be my own children, so I'm
Hold on.
I'm just gonna assume that you guys are
Because
gonna.
it's all about.
Oh.
It's a base. Oh, it looks like a sad face, doesn't it?
Okay. Well,
Now let's just
like
go.
I said, they're young enough to be my children. We're doing whipped cream art right here at the big girl table. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. All right, so do you want syrup on that, or?
Oh yeah, let's go.
It's been a long
Maybe a
time
little
since I've had
drizzle.
Fruity Pebbles, much less Fruity Pebbles pancakes. I feel quite.
There you
that
go.
is- wow.
You should just be a chef,
okay.
Erin.
I
Why are
already-
you singing?
I already have a toothache. Okay. So talk to me about the group. All right. So you're like a. Go ahead, eat. You're
thank
kind of like a takeoff on the Laddie Tones, but you're all part of the Laddie Tones.
Yes.
We're all part
Okay.
of the Laddie Tones, and at UOG, usually during the fall semester, we learn a lot of Christmas tunes and put that into our repertoire. And then every now and then, we show to the public our talents,
Oh, cool.
what the music program has to offer.
Yeah.
And
Were you guys at the Seaside concert?
Not
this year?
Not this year. We
But you
supported.
did last year, right? Or
Um,
what?
maybe
Laddie
a couple-
Tones did.
Yeah, the Laddie
The
Tones.
Laddie
did.
Tones
Last
did.
year?
I think so.
Yeah, you were there. You called in sick.
I,
Well, anyway, different group. What do you guys call? Are you gonna eat any of this? Because if I'm eating it, you're eating it.
oh, definitely.
What's the name? What's the name of your group?
Now the group we're with right now,
Yeah,
we're going with the name Maila.
Maila. M-I or
M-
M-Y?
M-A-I-L-A. Oh.
Maila.
Maila.
Oh, okay, Maila.
Like Maila and Taff and Boca, Maila, Taff and Singy.
Yeah, come watch us sing.
Okay, cool. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And so you're not necessarily like performing anywhere now, or you just sort of picking up? Are you picking up gigs, or you're?
Well, we kind of just started. We heard about this caroling competition, and we decided that a few of us would have been up for it. Because a lot of us, in the group we're graduating, so they're busy, and a lot of us want to just try something. It's
Yeah.
all, I feel acapella. There should be a little bit more acapella groups on Island because
I
it's such
think
a
so, too.
cool,
It is
cool thing to
so-
watch.
I mean, other than having reggae and rock, there is
Yeah.
another genre called acapella, and it's really cool when we have our beatboxer or other members create sound effects that you can't get from an instrument,
Right.
and that's what makes it exciting.
It is exciting. Who is the group? I bet you watch Pitch Perfect, but who is the group?
We are better.
You are
Okay,
better.
maybe I shouldn't say we're better than
Who
Pitch
is, who, I mean, name a group, like an acapella group.
Pentatonic.
Pentatonic.
Yeah, I was thinking that was like
That was-
everybody's like ultimate.
Yeah, we do.
They
we
are
do a
so
lot of that.
awesome.
We
You do a lot of that,
We do a lot
too.
of pentatonics. Actually, yeah, like a bunch of our Christmas repertoire is pentatonics
Oh,
holiday songs.
wow.
And then there's in our other works we do have like stuff from the Manhattan Transfer and then Straight No
The
Chaser.
Real Groove. There's a bunch of jazz acapella groups.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Is it now? How difficult is it for you to find the right blend of people?
Oh, very.
Is it?
Very, very, very different. And the thing is with the Laddie Tones, it's a class for ELG.
Right.
So the people change within the semester. Like some people got to go because they graduate, or some people just do it for fun and don't come back. And, usually it's a requirement for music majors, and the majority of, or all of us, no, everyone except one of us in the group right now is a music major, so we're required to be in the choir.
So we are going to now transform King's Restaurant into a caroling feast for all of you. And thank you to our friends from Maila. Let's take a look at what they can do.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Santa Pit sitting on his reindeer, pulling all the way. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for boys and girls together. Hear those sleigh bells jingle jangle, oh what a beautiful sight. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Here comes Santa Claus, we're down Santa Claus Lane. He'll come around when the chimes ring out, it's Christmas morn again.
Peace on earth will come to all if you just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above.
Santa Claus comes tonight. Santa Claus coming tonight.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Big Santa is sitting on his reindeer, pulling all the way. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa comes tonight.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies with angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Hark the herald angels sing, sing.
Hark the herald,
Hey,
the herald,
yeah.
hark the herald angels sing. Oh, hark the
The herald angels sing. He was born. Glory to the newborn. Sing it with me now.
peace on earth.
And mercy cloud, God and sinners reckoned.
And we celebrate with joyful, all ye nations rise. Join the triumph of the skies. With angelicals proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. The
Singing hark the herald angels sing. Yeah, yeah. Jesus is born.
Hark the herald
Hark the herald angels sing.
herald angels sing.
Glory to the newborn King. Jesus was born on a major lake.
Jesus was born in a manger.
Son of God is here today. Yeah, oh, with angelic hosts proclaim,
Oh,
Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn. Herald angels sing, herald angels sing, oh, hark the herald, hark the herald, hark the herald, yeah. Jesus, Jesus, he was born. Merry Christmas!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.